I'm Anthony from Morgan's Training Academy. This is Jeff. Today we're going to go part 2 of knife tapping. We're going to keep it not quite as fast, but we're going to cover a couple different areas, like the slap to the head, and picking up when I change lines into like a number 5 attack. And I say that, so picking this up slowly when we're transferring here, okay, here, and I go through here, okay. Now that's a wedge, so he's going to pick this up with a scoop when I go to here, boom, then he's going to wedge that. Okay, now at any time, once he wedges, he can always fire that hand back into the head. So as we pick this up, this is where the slap to the head will come in.
Not yet, I just had to do it.
See, right here, when I start to go for this, he's going to hit, pick that up, and then take it. So a little bit faster, it's going to look like this. I'm going to zoom, boom, he hits the head and picks the scoop up and picks up the wedge. So that hit is in motion for the scoop here.
Yeah, do it again.
Okay, right.
I like that.
From here, okay. See, now he's in, boom, right. See, he's taking that hit to the head. The number 5 line that I'm feeding in fairly fast. This time I'm going to feed it in fairly quick and watch his reaction to once we get to rolling here. Okay. Okay. Now that reaction, sometimes we pick it up with a scoop, sometimes we can pick it up with a wedge. But it's a different energy than me just doing this.
Yes.
Once I angle out, here, bang, okay?
Yes.
It's a different
feel.
Right. So trying to maintain contact, here, bang, okay? So he can pick that line up, okay? Understanding that the drill is not going to continue. We drill to get habit and muscle memory and sensitivity. The way I teach a little bit different because of Sifu Anthony. Everything I'm doing, I'm feeling. I'm feeling with my pinky, with my thumb, how I'm collapsing here, how I'm placing his arm in position for me to counter and not allow him to counter. Sometimes my sensitivity is that you don't see, okay? So when he's picking this up, a lot of times he doesn't feel this little guidance lever here. Sometimes it's the thumb, sometimes it's the index. But we're always trying to feel and redirect, especially with somebody with a knife. When we're picking this up here, and I move here, there, okay? He has to feel that motion, and feeling that motion, as Sifu used to always say, it's hip, shoulder, feel, okay? So if my hand is here, okay, say for instance, my hands are up here, he's going to separate them, and he's going to go, one's going to go hip, and one will go shoulder. So he'll feel, because if I do this, see, he can feel the hip moving. If I do this, he can feel the shoulder moving. So you're always trying to think and feel that line, okay? So, but like I said, outside, a lot is happening, but it won't take this long. As soon as I flash this knife, he's gonna go bang, he's gonna hit, okay? And if he doesn't,
then you're gonna get got.
Then you're gonna get caught. Bruce used to say a fight shouldn't last no longer than 2 seconds, 2 seconds or less. Now, when you start thinking about a knife really escalates that because the flash of this blade, when he pulls it and he feeds here, okay, you have to be able to respond and respond fast. Because like a boom there, okay, he better be doing some damage. Okay, if I switch up here, he better be ready to deal with that line. Okay. Okay, and there's a lot. It's a never-ending battle that we're, you know. I pointed out last week a little bit. Okay, now he's going to pull his neck knife. Okay, see. Now he's working off of the same position. Okay, so we might go into huba here. Okay, we might bang from here. See, and every time, see, I'm cutting, he's cutting. See, I'm cutting, he's cutting. Okay. Now, the one thing that we don't do a lot on in our videos is footwork. Which footwork is really, really important. But you have to, we're shooting.
Right.
And we're trying to show you details.
Right. Hard show angles.
Right. So if I start applying here, okay, and I start really running a lot here, okay, the next thing you know, we're all over the floor.
Right.
But outside, you need to apply your footwork.
By angling?
By angling, yeah. Because we never want to force.
Yes.
I will never defend this way at all.
You want to move.
Okay, right, according to Sifu de Mayo. And the training is anytime I move in, he's gonna angle on it, which is usually female triangle or a guy bow.
Mm-hmm.
If I move in, he's gonna move out of position. If he hits me in the head, see, if I'm like this, and he hits me in the head, and he moves, this is the last place that he was. Okay?
Right.
So if I can't see anything, I'm gonna attack the last location
He was.
that he was, right?
Right.
Okay. Don't pay attention to our English, and our English just starts getting, you know. But if we're applying here, okay, as soon as I go right here, okay, he has to be on it. So, as I said, if he goes to here and he disarms this, okay, this is done, this one comes in, okay. Here, I may change over, okay, here, okay. I may wipe, he may disarm it again. Here. This one comes in, okay. He disarms, I may pull the karambit, okay. I don't recommend disarming the karambit.
No.
Okay, because you can start to disarm the karambit, you're going to get cut. But that's my own view. Sea-Lot guys,
They'll disarm it?
they disarm, they just finger it.
Ah.
They usually break your finger when they're disarming. But it's kind of, my own feeling, you try to disarm my karambit, I'm going to cut you.
Right.
And that's the whole thing with the ring, is trying to keep it to where you can't disarm it.
Mm-hmm.
But, so, carrying multiple knives keeps us from having to reach down and pick up the knife.
Right.
So, that's why usually I have like 7 on me. If he disarms this at any point here, 1, okay, now the benchmate's coming out, okay, and this one's going to be hard for because it's a ringed knife, so he can't really disarm, but he can return to sender. Okay, there, or he can break the finger, okay, and when he takes that, there's that, and that's the break. But go back to that position. Always keep in mind, he may break the finger, but this hit right here,
It's going to hurt.
it's going to hurt. Okay, so carrying multiples helps you in your training. I don't have to bend down and pick them up every single time.
Right.
Which a lot of the collie guys, the instructor won't pick up the knife anyway. He makes the student pick the knife up because he doesn't want to give up that advantage.
Right.
Okay. Anything to add?
No, I think you covered it all, Sifu.
Good. Just continue to play, continue to train, and you'll start seeing things that are wrong in your training. Where your openings are going to be, where your difficulties are going to be, and we're going to get cut. We're going to get cut constantly. You know, I'm constantly having marks. You know, this little cut here was from Tuesday night collie. It's not very big, but it's just with a regular aluminum training knife. He had one last week across this. It's still there from aluminum training knife. And so you guys that say, oh yeah, it's just a play knife. No, it doesn't. You know.
Yeah. You still get cut.
You still get cut, but not as bad. But it's better for us to cut ourselves, then you cut me.
Yeah,
Because if I take a cut across the wrist, you know, it's terminal.
right.
You know, I can bleed out fairly quick, and I say terminal mainly because, you know, you probably won't bandage me up and say
Probably
okay,
not.
but you know, so violence. So anyway, thank you for watching. Please subscribe to our channel. Thank you.